We are going to discuss about a lesson from zoology, that is animal tissues. I will be displaying some slides which are made from the matter given in the textbook, and I will give explanation to it. You have to keep those slides with you, copy down those slides in a notebook or mark it in the textbook. Okay. Okay, students. Name of the lesson is animal tissues. This lesson is there in the textbook as 10th lesson. Is the 10th lesson, animal tissues. Name of the lesson is animal tissues. This lesson is not omitted from the syllabus. It is not coming under those 25 percentage omitted. Complete lesson is there in the syllabus because this is one of the basic lessons of biology, which is not only useful for the 11th standard but also for the 12th standard as well as for the NEET examinations. Around 2 to 3 questions used to come for the NEET examination from this lesson. Very important lesson, animal tissues. As we are aware that body of all living organisms are made up of cell. So a cell is defined as a basic unit of structure and function of life. Cell is the common definition which we have learned right from the, say, like 5th or 6th standard onwards, or even before that. A cell is defined as a basic unit of structure and function of life. Based on the number of cells in the body, organisms are unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular organisms only one cell in their body are called as unicellular organisms. Organisms with only one cell in their body, those organisms are called as unicellular organisms. Example for unicellular organisms are bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, etc. Many are there, many unicellular animal organisms are there. Bacteria is an unicellular organism. Amoeba is another unicellular organism. And paramecium. Paramecium is another unicellular organism. Multicellular organisms with more than one cell in their body are called as multicellular organisms. And example for multicellular organisms are human being is an example, mango tree. All these are example for multicellular organisms having more than one cell in their body. Organisms, these are all common definition. A cell is defined as basic unit of structure and function of life. Organisms having only one cell in their body, they are called as unicellular organisms. And organisms with more than one cell in their body, they are called as multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms, we are all multicellular. And plants, the plants which you see outside are multicellular organisms having many cells in their body. In a multicellular organism, there are two types of cells. The cells are of two types in a multicellular organism. One is called as somatic cells and the other one is called as the germ cells. If you take multicellular organisms, they are with the two types of cells. One is called as somatic cells and the other one is called as the germ cells. Are the two types of cells in the body of a multicellular organisms. What are exactly they? All body cells of an organism except sperm and ova are called as somatic cells. If you take the body of an organism, except sperm and egg cell, all the other cells are called as a what? Somatic cells. Somatic cells are also called as body cells. Soma means body. Okay, so then sperm cells and ova or the gametes, they are called as the germ cells. The sperm and ova are called as the germ cells. Multicellular organism shows group of cells, and those group of cells are called as one tissues. We have defined only two or three terms. Okay. Ah. The cells are of two types: somatic in a multicellular organism, somatic cells and germ cells. Somatic cells are called as body cells, while germ cells are the reproductive cells like ova and sperm. But multicellular organism also shows group of cells. The group of cells in multicellular organisms are called as the tissues. Unicellular organisms are with only one cell in their body. And the question of tissue never arises in multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms के अंदर tissue करके word you cannot apply because tissues always form group of cells. Okay, so multicellular organism shows group of cells, and those group of cells are called as tissues. So हम लोग कितना we discussed this many points. What is a cell? Basic unit of structure and function of life. Organism with one cell, unicellular. Organism with more than one cell, multicellular organism. In multicellular organism, there are two types of cell. One is called body cell and the other one is called as germ cells. Which are the germ cells? Sperm and ovum. What about all the other cells? They are called as the somatic cells or body cells. Multicellular organism shows group of cells. Those group of cells are called as tissues. Can we call any group of cell as tissues? No. So for the group of cells to become a tissue, it should have some features. एक group of cells है ना, एक tissue बनने के लिए it should have some features or it should have some properties. What are those things? That is what we are going to discuss now. Tissue, group of cells having same structure, same function, and same embryonic origin. They should have same embryonic origin, then only we can call it as tissues. Group of cells having same structure, all the cells should be identical. For example, they should be spherical. And all the cells should carry out same function. They should carry out same function. Means if one cell is carrying out respiration, the other cell of the tissue should also carry out respiration. The third cell should also carry out respiration. Suppose one cell is carrying out respiration, the other cell is for photosynthesis, and the third cell is for excretion, then we cannot call them as what? Tissues. Tissues are group of cells. They should have same structure, uska shape, features same रहना चाहिए. Function, the work which it is going to do should be same. As well as it should have same embryonic origin. Embryonic origin बोले तो students, after fertilization there is a formation of a structure called as a zygote. After fertilization, male and female gamete fuses and forms a structure called as zygote. Zygote is single-celled, only one cell. The zygote divides and redivides to form a structure called as embryo. From zygote, there is a formation of what? Embryo. Zygote will develop into embryo. All organism arises from a single cell called as a what? Zygote. Zygote has to undergo division and it has to turn into what? Embryo. It is from the embryo a new individual comes, a new organism. New organism always comes from a what? Embryo. So the embryo has to undergo further development. The development of the embryo is by producing 3 germ layers. That means we have a zygote. The zygote develops into a multi-layered embryo. This is called as a embryo. This one is the zygote. This is called as a what? Embryo. An embryo has got 3 3 layers of cells. एक embryo के अंदर 3 layers cells मिलेगा आपको. It is called as ectoderm. Another layer is called as mesoderm, and the third layer is called as the endoderm.
Endoderm.
It has got ectoderm, it has got mesoderm, and it has got the third layer called as a what? Endoderm. These are called as the germ layers. Which are the germ layers in a embryo? Ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Okay. See, some organs of the body arises from ectoderm. Some organs of the body arises from mesoderm, and some organs of the body arises from endoderm. For example, nervous tissue arises from ectoderm. Our blood and blood vascular system, heart, blood vascular system arises from the mesoderm. And endoderm also gives rise to various organs of digestive system. So zygote develops into embryo. Embryo has got 3 germ layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. It is these germ layers that gives rise to new organs of the body. एक इंडिविजुअल के अंदर का organs A3 germ layer के अंदर से आते हैं. So in order to become a tissue, the cell should have same function, they should have same structure, and they should have same embryonic origin. वो ectoderm के अंदर से आया है. If they should come from mesoderm, or they should come from what? Endoderm, then only we can consider it as a what? Tissues. Suppose they are structurally similar, they are functionally similar, but the cells came from different embryonic origin, then we cannot consider it as a what? Tissue. That is the meaning of same embryonic origin बुलाते हैं. If in a group of cells, we have group of cells, these are the group of cells. All the group of cells are identical, same, and carries out same function. But this cell came from mesoderm, and this cell came from endoderm, and this cell came from ectoderm. All the cells has got same structure, same function, but they came from different embryonic germ layer. Then we cannot call it as a tissue. एक tissue नहीं बनेगा, because they came from the what? Different germ layers. To become a tissue, वो थोड़ा important ये है students. Point है, they should come from same germ layer. They should have if they come from different germ layer, even after that they are carrying out same structure and function, we cannot call it as a what? Tissue. That is the meaning of the sentence. What is embryonic origin? A tissue is defined as group of cells having same structure. उसका physical property same रहना चाहिए. Spherical रहेगा तो सब sphere जैसा दिखना चाहिए. Rectangular रहेगा तो सब rectangular रहना चाहिए. Function be same, and they should come from same embryonic origin. If all the cells are from ectoderm, then if a cell is from ectoderm, all the other cells of the tissue must be from ectoderm. If a cell is from mesoderm, all the other cells of the tissue must be from mesoderm. That is the meaning. Okay, तो ये याद रखना students, embryonic origin. Which are the embryonic germ layers? Ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. Ectoderm gives rise to skin, lens of the eye, many of the organs of nervous system, mesoderm, blood vascular system. So अलग-अलग germ layer के अंदर से अलग-अलग organs आता है. So if they should have same embryonic origin, then only we can consider as a one tissue. Histology. The study of structure and arrangement of tissue is called as histology. Histology बोले तो the study of tissues, its arrangement, its function, इसको histology बोलते हैं students. Histopathology is a very important part of medicine. Medicine का एक important part है histopathology. Tissues के अंदर जो diseases आता है उसके बारे में study करना. So histology is defined as the study of structure and arrangement of tissues. It is called as histology. एक दूसरा important definition है. Marie Francois Xavier Bichat discovered tissue. Name of the person who discovered tissues. Xavier Bichat discovered. He was known as father of histology. Bichat is known as the father of histology. Xavier Bichat, because it was he who coined the word tissues and studied about the group of cells. So why do we need tissues? Cells, basic unit of life. Group of cells are called as tissues. Tissues organize to form organs, and organs organize to form organ system, and ultimately it becomes a what? Body. Our body is made up of our body is made up of organ system. Organ system is made up of organs. Organs are made up of tissues, and tissues are made up of one cell. And this is found only in multicellular organisms. This way, method of arrangement, the hierarchy, cells say tissues, tissues stay organs, organs to organ system, and ultimately the organism or the body. This type of arrangement is found only in multicellular organisms. Okay. So histology is the study of structure and arrangement as well as the function of tissues is called as a one histology. There are four types of tissues present in animals. So हम लोग क्या क्या define किया? Cell define किया, unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms, फिर tissues को define किया. Group of cells having same structure, same function and embryological origin. What is the study of tissues called? It is called as a what? Histology. And what is exactly histology? Study of arrangement of cells in the tissues, their function and properties is called as the histology. Then multicellular organism shows in hierarchy in the arrangement of cells and tissues. Cells are organized to form tissues. Tissues are organized to form organs. Organs are organized to form organ systems, and ultimately the organism. There are four types of tissues present in animals. Animal shows four types of tissues. One is epithelial tissue. Second one is called connective tissue. Third one is muscular tissue, and the fourth one is called as nervous tissue. All animals has got four types of tissues in them. One is epithelial tissue. Second group epithelial tissue. Second group is called as a connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. We will be discussing about these tissues one by one. The details where exactly they are present in the body and their functions. Body में किधर मिलते हो and how they appear and what are the functions. All will be discussed. Okay, animals has got four types of tissues: epithelial tissue, then connective tissue, then muscular tissue, and nervous tissue are the four types of tissues present in animals. The main type of tissues in plants are meristematic and permanent. So plants के अंदर which are the two types of tissues in plants? Plants has got two main type of tissues. One is called as meristematic and the other one is called as a permanent. It is in the permanent tissue you will get simple permanent and complex permanent. Simple permanent will be having parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, while the complex permanent will be having xylem and phloem. Okay. So animals are showing four types of tissues: epithelium, connective, muscular, nervous. And the plants will having two types of tissues. One is called as meristematic tissues and the other one is called as permanent tissues. This is another important point which you have to remember. First, we will discuss about various types of epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissue. Epi means above. Thelium means layer of cells. Thelium means layer of cells. So those layer of cells are called as epithelial cells. Epithelium, which forms a layer above the organs or as a lining of the organs. Such type of tissues are generally called as epithelium. Epithelial tissue forms the outer covering and inner lining of organs of body. Body ka inner linings. Inner linings bole to if you take our digestive system and all strengths. Take the digestive system. This is mouth cavity. It comes the organs of digestive system like food pipe. Then we have the stomach. All these organs. The lining of all these organs is sab lining. The lining of all these organs, inner lining of all these organs, mouth, and even our skin. All these are made up of what? Epithelial tissues. That is why we say that epithelial tissue forms the outer covering and inner lining of organs of body. It forms the outer covering as well as it forms the inner lining of organs of body. That type of tissue is called as a what? Epithelial tissue. There is a definition for this. Tissue that forms the outer covering, body का बाहर का covering और organs के अंदर का lining. For example, ये stomach के stomach इसका stomach का lining, the lining of stomach, ये lining है ना ये epithelium है. अब ये इजोफेगस है, फूड पाइप है, फूड पाइप के अंदर का लाइनिंग एपिथेलियम है. ये डिओडिनम है, इसके अंदर का लाइनिंग एपिथेलियम है. इफ यू टेक लंग्स, लंग्स हैज गॉट मेनी स्मॉल सैक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स, उसका लाइनिंग एपिथेलियम है. सो wherever lining is required in the body, over there epithelial tissues are present. So epithelial tissue forms the outer covering and inner lining of organs of body. Cells of epithelium are compactly arranged without any intercellular matrix. This is one epithelium, cell of the epithelium. This is the next one, this is the third one, and at another one. All these epithelial cells are very closely arranged so that there is no space between them. Cells का बीच में space नहीं रहता है. There is no space between the what cells. Okay, 1 minute, students. Okay, they are very compactly arranged, so there are no intercellular spaces. If you take other tissues, there is one cell here, second one here, third one here, and there is a space. And in between the space, there is a substance. And that substance is called as a what? Matrix. No such matrix is present in epithelial tissue. That is a important property of this tissue, epithelium. Epithelial tissue forms the outer covering and inner lining of organs of body. Cells of epithelium are very closely arranged, very compactly arranged. So there are no intercellular spaces between them, or intercellular matrix या cell का बीच में space नहीं रहता है epithelium में. Cells of epithelium are avascular and are nourished by lymph. See students, body, all living cells of the body, all living cells of body require oxygen and nutrients. Oxygen and nutrients to all cells of the body are provided by blood. Har ek cell, each and every cell of our body is nourished with nutrients and oxygen. Nutrients bhi chahiye, oxygen bhi chahiye. And who supplies oxygen and nutrients to the cells? It is a blood that supplies oxygen and nutrients to the cells. Without nutrients and oxygen, they cannot survive. But here is, so we say that if a cell is nourished by blood, if a cell gets oxygen and nutrients through blood, we can say the cells are vascularized. Cell को हम लोग क्या बुलाएगा? Vascularized बुलाएगा. If the cell is without a blood supply, then it is called as a what? Avascular. Means if the cell is supplied with blood, we call it as vascularized cell. If a cell is not supplied with the blood vessel, it is called as a one avascular. Here, students, the epithelial tissues are avascular. That means they have no blood supply. Then what is the meaning? How do they get oxygen and nutrients? Can they survive without oxygen and nutrients? No, they cannot survive with oxygen and nutrients. They do require oxygen and nutrients. Usko bhi oxygen or nutrients chahiye. At the same time, they are avascular. They are avascular means they are without any blood supply. Then how do they get it? They get it through another body fluid called as a lymph. There is another body fluid called as a lymph. It is a lymph that provides oxygen and nutrients to the epithelial tissue. That means epithelial tissues के अंदर blood supply नहीं है. Then उसके अंदर oxygen और nutrients कौन पहुंचाएंगे? Oxygen and nutrients is brought by another body fluid called as a what? Lymph. Lymph is nothing but a product of the blood. लिम्फ के बारे में आगे का क्लास में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। अब इतना याद रखो, epithelial tissues are devoid of blood vessels, they have no blood supply, and they get oxygen and nutrients brought by the lymph. Epithelial cells rest on a non-cellular membrane called as basement membrane. If you take epithelial tissue, this is cells of epithelium, one cell, second cell, third one, fourth one. They are placed on a non-cellular membrane called as basement membrane. I say basement membrane रहता है. Over the basement membrane, what is placed? The cells are placed. So this layer is called as a what? Basement membrane. This layer, it is called as a what? Basement membrane. Huh? So that is another important property. These are cells. Cells are placed on a non-cellular membrane. This is made up of lipids and proteins. A रेड कलर में भी बनाया ना, वो बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन है, उसके ऊपर सेल रखा रहते हैं, वो लिपिड्स और प्रोटीन से बना हुआ है. दिस इज ए प्रॉपर्टी विथ विच यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई epithelial tissues. Suppose in 4 microscope, epithelium, connective, muscular and nervous tissue is kept. How you will be able to, and you are told to distinguish epithelium. आपको बोला इसके अंदर से epithelium find out करो. So how you will find it out? You can find it out by 2 methods. Just look into the slide and look into the cell. If cells are placed very close to each other, cells का बीच में space नहीं रहेगा, then it is sure that it is epithelium and not muscular, nervous and connective, because all the other 3 types of tissues has got a gap in between their cells. Then cells of epithelium are placed on a non-cellular membrane. There is a non-cellular membrane. That non-cellular membrane is called as basement membrane. There is no basement membrane for connective tissue. There is no basement membrane for nervous, and there is no basement membrane even for connective, muscular as well as nervous के लिए basement membrane नहीं है. Basement membrane is always for epithelial tissue. Okay, remember that point. With these 2 points we can distinguish epithelium from others. याद रखने का स्टूडेंट्स. तो अभी in case कॉलेज चालू हो गया, प्रैक्टिकल सब चालू हो गया, दिस इज वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट हाउ टू डिस्टिंग्विश द epithelial tissues. If basement membrane present, epithelium. If intercellular spaces absent, then also it is epithelium. Okay. The tissue has the capacity of regeneration. Another important point. The tissue has the capacity for regeneration means if some of the cells dies or some of the cell disappears, new cells can be added to the tissues. Divide होके नया cells बना सकता है. That is the meaning of capacity of regeneration. Major function of epithelium is protection. It also helps in absorption, transport, filtration and secretion. Major function is protection. Body का organs को protect करने का. Absorption, materials absorb करने का. Transport, filtration, in nephron and kidney and all you will get epithelium for filtration, and secretion, producing enzymes and hormones. So the major functions performed by epithelium is protection. It helps in absorption, helps in transport, filtration as well as secretion are the major functions of epithelium. Epithelial tissues are classified into 2 types. Epithelium are of 2 types. One is simple epithelial tissue made up of single layer of cells, एक ही layer cells वाला simple epithelium, and compound epithelium that is made up of different types of cells. Compound epithelium made up of 2 or more layers of cells, that is called as a compound epithelium. So these are the important features of epithelial tissues. What do you know about epithelial tissue? Epi means above, thelia means cover or lining. Epithelial tissue is a tissue which forms the outer covering and inner lining of organs of body. body ka outer covering like skin is epithelium. Inner lining of organs of body is made up of epithelium. Cells of epithelium are very closely arranged without any intercellular spaces. Cells of epithelium are placed on a non-cellular membrane called as basement membrane. Cells of epithelium are devoid of blood vessels. They are avascular. Avascular means without blood supply and are nourished by lymph. They have the capacity for regeneration. Ek bar disappears if they, or in other words we can say they can divide and produce new cells. That is the meaning of regeneration. What are the functions performed by epithelium? It can carry out a variety of functions like protection, secretion, absorption, transport, and even filtration are all carried out by epithelial tissues. How many types of epithelium are there? One is simple epithelium, made up of only one type of cells, and compound epithelium, made up of different types of cells, two or more layers of cells. So animal tissues, epithelium, connective, मस्कुलर एंड नर्वस, उसके अंदर एपिथेलियम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं हम लोग. ओके, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टूडेंट्स. Epithelial tissue is classified into two types. One is a simple epithelium made up of single layer of cells, and compound epithelium made up of two or more layers of cells. उसके अंदर फर्स्ट वन इज सिंबल एपिथेलियल टिश्यू. There are many types of simple epithelium: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, germinal epithelium, sensory epithelium. All 2 to 3 points में सब discuss करेंगे students. Without studying animal tissues, you will not understand any of the lessons of 12th standard. So this lesson becomes very important. Whatever is given coming as a slide to you, you have to make a note of it and learn it. Squamous epithelium. Cells of this tissue are thin, flat, polygonal with a serrated margin. Thin बोले तो एकदम पतला, flat, thin and flat, चपटा. Polygonal means many sided. Many sided, more than 4 sides रहते हैं ऐसा. These are called as polygonal. And they are with a serrated margin. Serrated margin बोले the margin is like this, teeth like margin, teeth. इसको serrated margin बुलाते हैं. It has got teeth like margin, a teeth. That is the meaning of serrated margins. So the cells of squamous epithelium are thin, they are flat, they are polygonal. Polygonal means many sided, and they are with a teeth like margin, or they are with the serrated margins. Cells of this tissue appears as tiles arranged on a pavement. Hence it is called as pavement tissues. Abhi, if you keep the squamous epithelium, which is a simple epithelial tissue, in a microscope, or microscope, when you look through the microscope, aisa lagega the cells of squamous epithelium are arranged on the tiles of a pavement. Pavement bole to footpath. Footpath को हम लोग pavement बुलाते हैं, footpath. Okay, it appears as a tiles arranged on a pavement, footpath. So it is also called as a pavement tissue. Another name for squamous epithelium is pavement tissue. Okay. Now, a spherical or oval nucleus is present in the center. If you take the squamous epithelium, suppose this is the squamous epithelial cell. It has got a spherical nucleus in the center. एक nucleus रहेगा middle पे. Okay. Function means squamous epithelial cell appears like this. उसका center में एक एकदम पतला रहता है. Cells are so thin and the thickness of the nucleus is greater than the thickness of the cell. Nucleus इतना रहता है, बड़ा रहता है. Cell is very thin. The point is that this is the cell and this is the size of the nucleus, and the nucleus is present in the center. So the middle portion of the cell appears to be what? Elevated. Nucleus middle में रखा रहता है. So the middle portion of the nucleus appear to be what? Elevated. That is another important one. Protection is one of the function of squamous epithelium. Absorption is another function. Secretion and filtration, all these are the functions of squamous epithelium. Okay. Why they are called as pavement tissue? They are called as pavement tissue because they appears as tiles arranged on a pavement. Hence, they are called as a pavement tissue. Pavement. The tissue is found in the lining of blood vessel, alveoli, and coelom. Blood vessel, if you take the blood capillary, एक blood vessel है, through which blood flows. The lining of the blood vessels, इसका lining, this is made up of squamous epithelium. The innermost lining of the blood vessels, squamous epithelium रहता है. Alveoli. Alveoli are present in the lungs, human lungs. Human lungs has got many sac-like structures, and these sac-like structures are called as a what? Alveoli. They contain air, the air which we have breathed in. And the lining of the alveoli, एक single alveoli है, and the lining of the alveoli is also made up of what? Squamous epithelium. This lining is squamous epithelium. So blood vessels, lining of the blood vessels, lining of the alveoli of lungs, they are all made up of squamous epithelium. And coelom or body cavity. Body cavity. This is human body shape. Body cavity is also lined. Body cavities. They are all lined with squamous epithelium. Okay. They are present as lining of blood vessels, alveoli of lungs. Alveoli are present in the lungs. They are sac-like structures present in the lungs. And coelom means it is the body cavity. Coelom is the body cavity. Is the body cavity. In all these places, this tissue is present. This is a diagram for squamous epithelium. We can see a basement membrane present. उसका basolateral wall दिखाया है, apical surface and nucleus. It has got serrated margin. Serrated margin means the teeth-like margin is also visible. These are the single cells. Squamous epithelium appears as tiles arranged on a pavement. So they are also called as pavement tissues. And you can see a centrally placed nucleus also. A nucleus is there. Diagrams and all you have to learn. This diagram is taken from the textbook. It is there in your textbook. So what do you know about squamous epithelium? Squamous epithelium are the thinnest flat type of epithelial tissues. They are simple epithelium. Squamous epithelial cells appears as tiles arranged on a pavement, hence called as pavement tissue. They have got a centrally placed nucleus. They are also placed on a non-cellular membrane called basement membrane. Where exactly squamous epithelium are present? They are present in the alveoli of lungs. They are present as a lining of blood vessels. They are present as a lining of body cavity. They are present even in the nephron. Nephron के अंदर भी मिलते हैं. They are even present in the nephron. If you take the nephron, the anterior part of the nephron is called as a Bowman's capsule. This portion is called as a what? Bowman's capsule. The anterior cup-like part is called as a Bowman's capsule. Here in the Bowman's capsule, this lining of Bowman's capsule is squamous epithelium. Here you get squamous epithelial cells. Okay, so that is one thing. So in many places, abhi as we discussed that it has got functions. Iska functions kya tha? The function is protection, absorption, secretion, and filtration. All these are the functions. Apart from that, squamous epithelial cells also prevent leakage of the body fluids. Body fluid leak होने से भी रुकाते हैं. They prevents the leakage of body fluids. For example, when they are present, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, when they are present in a blood vessels, squamous epithelium present, the blood that is flowing through the blood vessel will never come out because of squamous epithelium. Alveoli of lungs contains air. The air never comes out of alveoli because of squamous epithelium. Alveoli के अंदर से air बाहर नहीं आएगा squamous epithelium में. Blood vessels के अंदर से blood बाहर नहीं आएगा squamous epithelium में. Then coelom body cavity के अंदर से fluid बाहर नहीं आएगा squamous epithelium. From nephron, urine will not escape outside because of squamous epithelium. So prevention of leakage of body fluid is also considered as one of the important properties of squamous epithelium. Prevention of leakage is considered as one of the important properties of squamous epithelium. The diagram you have to learn and draw and learn. We'll discuss some two more types of tissue. Next one is cuboidal epithelium. You can see one point, students. That is the shape. The name of the epithelium is based on their shape. Cuboidal epithelium. In this tissue, the cells are cuboidal in shape with a spherical nucleus. With a spherical nucleus. Oh, there should be a gap between spherical nucleus. With a sphere-shaped nucleus must be present in the center. In this tissue, the cells are cuboidal in shape with a spherical nucleus in the center. Round nucleus rehte. This is one cuboidal epithelium. There is a round nucleus in the cell. Of course, basement membrane banana bhulo mat, because it is always what? Epithelium. Function: absorption of materials and secretion. They can absorb the things as well as they can secrete the things. Absorption and secretion are the functions. It is found in the lining of pancreatic duct, salivary duct, PCT and DCT of nephron of kidney. It is found in the pancreatic duct, salivary duct, then in the PCT and in the DCT of nephron of kidney. PCT is the proximal convoluted tubule. DCT is distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule of nephron. That means this is pancreas. A dual gland which is both exocrine and endocrine. This is called as a pancreatic duct. A pancreatic duct. The lining of the pancreatic duct, the lining of the pancreatic duct is made up of cuboidal epithelium. That is one place where you can see. Then it is also present as salivary duct. This is salivary gland, or the tube is called as a salivary duct. Duct of the salivary gland is also lined with the cuboidal epithelium. Either be cuboidal epithelium milega. That is one place. Duct of salivary gland, duct of pancreas. They are made up of what? Cuboidal epithelium. Another important one is PCT and DCT of nephron. As I told you that this is Bowman's capsule. From the Bowman's capsule, there arises the nephron. There is a renal tubular part of the nephron. This is loop of Henle. It goes like this. This is called as a PCT, proximal and this portion is called as a DCT, distal convoluted tubule. The lining of PCT and the DCT, PCT ka lining and DCT ka lining. The lining of PCT and the lining of DCT is made up of which epithelium? Cuboidal epithelial cells. And they are meant for absorption as well as what? Secretion. This is cuboidal epithelium. Means a very simple unit. In this tissue, cells are cuboidal in shape. Spherical nucleus is present. Absorption and secretion. Found as a lining of pancreatic duct, salivary duct. Present in PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, and of nephron of kidney. Cuboidal epithelium ka diagram is students. Same diagram, you can, it has got basement membrane is a very important feature. And it has got uska niche connective tissue rehte, which connects with the other organs. Then a nucleus is labeled. Cytoplasm is labeled and it is called as a simple cuboidal epithelium. Diagram again, you have to draw it from the, either you can take this diagram directly or you can take it from the textbook. We'll discuss one more unit called as columnar epithelium. The cells are tall and pillar-like. Column jaisa hai, tall and pillar-like. Jaisa rehta, aisa rehta hai. Tall and column-like or pillar-like. Inner ends of the cells are narrow while the free ends are broad. Niche ka ends, they are narrow while the upper part is what? Broad. That is the meaning of the sentence, like this. The inner ends are narrow while the upper ends are broad and flat. A flat and broad, this is the narrow part. Free surface shows large number of microvilli. The free surface may show, this is the cell, free surface, like whether there are some finger-like extensions. They are called as a microvilli. Microvilli are present. Those these structures are called as a what? Microvilli. Presence of microvilli on the columnar epithelium. Inner ends of the cells are narrow while the free ends are broad and flat. Free surface shows large number of finger-like extension called as microvilli. Villi and microvilli रहते. Cells के ऊपर foldings रह गया. एक cell है उसके ऊपर foldings आ गया ना, then it is called as a microvilli. Yeah? If the entire cell turns into a folding, then it is called as villi. If the surface of the cell shows foldings, then it is called as a microvilli. Cell shows an oval-shaped nucleus present at the lower half of the cell. Single cell nucleus is present at the lower half. Idhar milega. That is called as presence of nucleus at the lower half. Function, again, they carry out secretion as well as absorption. Found in inner linings of intestine. Intestine, that is the stomach. And this part is called as a small intestine. The lining of the small intestine is made up of squamous, that is columnar epithelium, found as the inner lining of intestine. Gallbladder. Gallbladder is a structure which is present between the lobes of the liver to store the bile juice. Gallbladder is the sac-like structure which is present between the lobes of liver and it stores the bile juice. Uska bhi lining columnar epithelium hai. Gastric glands, glands of the stomach. Then intestinal glands. Gastric glands secrete gastric juices for digestion and intestinal glands secrete intestinal juice again for digestion. This is the diagram. देखो very beautiful diagram of columnar epithelium. You can see the labels. Basement membrane, very important label. Columnar epithelium, एक single columnar epithelium है. Nucleus, and of course the microvilli on the top. Okay, these are the various labels that you can make. Diagram label बनाने का. Columnar epithelium come many times for examination. Basement membrane, columnar epithelium, nucleus of each columnar epithelium, microvilli. And there is a small issue here. The nucleus should have come to the lower half. This is the lower half of the lower half. In all these places, the nucleus is in the lower half. This is gone to the upper half because upper half is a bit broader. Generally, they should be present at the lower half of the cell. Okay. First squamous epithelium, then cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium बोले तो column जैसा है. Squamous बोले thin and flat like. Cuboidal बोले तो cubic in shape, and columnar बोले तो column shaped. Okay, it's called columnar epithelium. Microvilli are extensions and forms a columnar epithelium. Ciliated epithelium cells are cuboidal or columnar. Cuboidal रहेगा या they may be columnar. The free ends of the cells are broad, and cells are broad while the narrow ends rest on the basement membrane. They'll be same. They are nothing but a modified columnar epithelium. Cells has got a, and the nucleus is present towards the base. Cells show an oval nucleus towards the basal end. It is found in trachea. Trachea is the windpipe. Trachea, lungs is a windpipe. This is called as the what? Trachea. A trachea. Okay, it is found in the trachea, and it is found in the oviduct of vertebrates. This portion in the reproductive system, female reproductive system, this is the oviduct of vertebrates. Inner to the inner, as inner lining, ciliated epithelium is present. Lining of buccal cavity of the frog and nasal cavity, etc. Cilia present on the cells helps in the movement of materials in contact in specific direction. What is the important feature? This is one columnar epithelial cell, and they will be having many hair-like structures on their surface. And these hair-like structures which are present on their broader end are called as a cilia. Columnar epithelium with cilia, columnar epithelium with microvilli are called as simple columnar epithelium. And columnar epithelium with cilia, they are called as ciliated epithelium. Ciliated epithelium. Okay, ciliated columnar epithelium करके भी बुला सकते हैं या ciliated epithelium करके भी you can call them. What is their function? The main function is to help in the movement of materials in contact in specific direction. For example, this is the columnar epithelium having cilia. And if a material is present here, the beating of the cilia moves. The beating of the cilia can carry the material from one end of the structure to the other end. So it can carry the material. Ciliated epithelium helps in the movement of materials in a particular direction which are in contact with the cilia. Cilia से contact में रहने का. This is the diagram. Again, the diagram is beautiful. Of course, the basement membrane, the cell, the nucleus and cilia is the diagram. One more diagram is there. You can use any one of the diagram. I hope better you use the previous one. With this, we complete the topic here. ओके बाकी हम लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे. अभी तुम लोग सीलिएट एपिथेलियम तक स्टडी करके रखना, रीड करो और नेक्स्ट क्लास में आप डाउट पूछ सकता है. ओके ओके स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू. ये नोट्स है टेक्स्ट बुक के अंदर से बना, इसका नोटबुक बनाना पड़ेगा आपको. एक एक स्लाइड दे के ऐसा ही कॉपी करके रखो, कॉपी करो और नोट्स बना के रखने का. टेक्स्ट बुक के अंदर भी मैटर मिलेगा. ओके so we'll stop the unit here. Next class we'll discuss the other important part and finish. Okay students, thank you. We'll stop here.